What is up? It has only been about 3 or 4 months. I promise I didn't go missing. I didn't forget about you. I never forget about you. But we're back. And to be completely honest, I underestimated how much I had on my plate between medical school, running a business, and training for a triathlon. But over the past 2 weeks, I've been dealing with a GI infection and I've had an on and off fever. So I had a lot of time of not working out that I spent doing introspection and figuring out what my priorities are and where I want to be in the next few years when I graduate medical school, which is almost 3 years from now, but it's going to go by fast. So, to give you a little rundown of what's been going on for the last 3, 4 months, I finished my first semester of med school, and to be completely honest, I did not do as hot as I wanted to, and spent a lot of time training for triathlon that I didn't realize how expensive those things are. We're talking like 5 to 7 grand easy. I don't have $7,000 just laying around. So that is going to be pushed back probably to the Haines City 70.3 in December that I'm going to do with one of my co founders. And I'll just tell you straight up my goal for that is sub 5. My goal for the half Ironman I was planning on doing in May was sub 5. So I should have no excuse as to why I don't get a sub 5, let alone maybe even sub 4:45, which is actually my goal, but I'll just say sub 5. Number two is the business, Hybrid Water. I'm looking at the boxes that we've got over there, and we've pushed out about 40% of our product in 5 months. So I'm stoked about that. We've hit over 10K, did that a few weeks ago, and there's a lot more still to come, and I'm so excited. I actually just was filling out an interview that I have with a magazine down in Miami to talk about our product and our business and all the things that we've gone through to develop, tell our story, and really just get out there because we're doing this with no outside funding, no mentors, no help, no business experience. I've never taken a business class in my life. There's no reason that I should be a CEO of a company, but I just have unrational, unwavering, delusional self belief in myself and confidence in myself and my team's ability to execute the vision that we have for Hybrid Water. Now that that little update is out of the way, I kind of want to use this video to talk about some of the things that I've been doing over the last few months outside of medicine, outside of work, outside of training, and what I foresee for the next coming months for 2026 as a whole. I'll share all my goals that I wrote down. I've been doing this for the past 2 years, and I've had the best 2 years of my life. And I can't thank anybody except the man upstairs. So let's get into it. Shout out David Millar. I know we follow each other on Instagram. We text, we call from time to time. I don't know if he watches my YouTube videos, but shout out to him. This Jesus Calling book. If you know Daily Stoic, which I'm going to get to right here, there's a daily Bible verse every single day, and then attached it has 2 to 3 verses in the Bible that you can go and read and connect to whatever the daily verse is, and pretty much read the verse, and then down at the bottom I jot down some of my own thoughts about the verse, how it ties into my life, yada yada yada. I will keep all of that to myself. Same with this. This is my daily journal that right after this or right before this, I always write down my thoughts. I reflect on the day before, I reflect on the day before me, and I ask myself these questions on a regular basis that came from Seneca. What bad habit did I curb today? How am I better? Were my actions just? And how can I improve? I really believe that those 4 questions not only can help you reflect on your day, but it can help you learn how to be better. And all we want to do in this life, at least if you're anything like myself, be 1% better than you were the day before. Because all those wins, you keep stacking them, they compile like a snowball, and there's no reason that you don't succeed in life. Next up is the Bible. I read a verse of this every single day. I just finished the book of John a couple of weeks ago, and I'm now 10 to 12 verses into the book of Mark, is the book that I am on now. And it's really just talking about all the things that Jesus did. John was really a summary of who Jesus was and some of the things that he did, but the book of Mark is literally all the things that he does. Feeding thousands of people with 7 pieces of bread, walking on water, healing a man that has demons inside of him, and putting them into pigs, and it's honestly beautiful. Last is the Daily Stoic, very similar to Jesus' Calling, and as some of you probably know, Ryan Holiday, great author, but it gives you a daily verse from guys like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and it gives you a quote, it gives you Ryan Holiday's interpretation, and then I write down my interpretation of that. And this takes me, all in all, 20 to 30 minutes to start my day. As the sun finishes rising, wake up around 6:30, and by the time I'm done with this, the sun is up, get some sunlight, stand in the grass, get some grounding, all those negative and positive electrons interacting, and then hop on my pull-up bar that's out there and knock out my daily 100 pull-ups, 150 dips. Not doing the Murphs anymore, but I still try to do calisthenics. I love calisthenics, and one day when I do get back in the Murphs, I will be ready because of that. So, as to what is to come the rest of 2026, my bookmark in my Bible is my 2026 goals. So, first one is a sub 5 70.3. I already put that out there. I'm putting all of these out there because if I put them out there, one, I have no excuse. Two, if I put them out there, I'm manifesting them. They're going to happen. And three, it's accountability because I'm not going to tell you a goal and then not achieve it. Number two is finishing the semester or the year with a 3.4 plus GPA. Not necessarily where I see myself. I have always been a 3.7, 3.8 student. So a 3.4 is pretty disappointing, but it's medical school. I've learned very quickly that everybody that I'm competing against is the best of the best. They were pretty much top 10 in their class, probably going all the way back to high school like myself. And I don't want to be average among the uncommon. As David Goggins says, I want to be uncommon amongst the uncommon. Next is, if this whole YouTube thing works out, my Instagram, BJ Fit, TikTok, BJ Fit, if that all works out. Maybe start a little fitness side hustle, help some people change their lives, lose some weight, hybrid train, Ironman train, especially if when I get that sub 5 Ironman, I'd love to help some people out of somebody that started from basically scratch, besides having the bodybuilding aspect. Number 4 is 1,000 followers on my fitness page. I think I have 825. I lost them after I probably have lost close to 100 since I stopped my Murphs. People stopped caring about me. 2,500 on TikTok and 500 subscribers on YouTube. I think on TikTok I've got about 1,500. YouTube I've got somewhere around 60 or 70. I'm embarrassing to the 26-year-old population. Next, Hybrid Water, 50K total revenue. We are 1/5 of the way there. And by the end of this year, we will have surpassed 50K. I can promise you that. I already know it's going to happen. And then for myself, grow closer to God. I've shown proof that I'm doing that. Going to church on Sundays. Sometimes I can't make it in person, so I watch online. Try to go as much as I can in person. Pray every night. Pray every morning. Talk to God throughout the day. Always trust in Him no matter what. Stop procrastinating. I have a bad habit of telling myself that I'll do it tomorrow. I was supposed to shoot this video yesterday after my immunology exam, but I didn't get done with that until 3:30. Went and did some stuff with friends, and by then the sun set, and I want to have a little bit of natural light when I record these videos. So here I am doing it today at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday when I almost told myself I would just do it tomorrow. So instead of doing something on a Monday like I originally told myself, it would have been done on a Wednesday or even a Thursday. So that is a habit that I'm trying to curb, and I've already improved on it. Last is keeping a small circle. I've had a lot of people betray me over the last couple of years, so I am very particular about who I tell things to, who I let into my life. My daily goals, I don't care about telling complete strangers, but it's more the personal aspects of my life. Like, you won't see many people on this YouTube channel besides myself. You won't see me talk about many people besides myself. It's just how I am. I have learned to have my walls up. I've learned to be very careful with who I trust. So, something I need to work on for sure, but I like having a small circle. And then the 2027 person I envision is a great leader. He's well organized, he's social and friendly, but uses solitude strategically. He's fit, he sets a standard for what is achievable naturally. He brings out the best of those around him. He keeps his word and he's decisive. So, with that, I'm prioritizing getting back into YouTube. I'm prioritizing short form content. I'm prioritizing my grades in medical school. And in my free time, I will train for my half Ironman in December. I go to my first jiu-jitsu class tomorrow, so getting my blue belt by the time I start my clinical rotations next May is a goal of mine. And obviously hybrid water, like I've spent most of today working on hybrid water. So that is all. I thank you for watching. I thank you for joining this journey. And don't think I forgot the outro.